Let's talk about my problematic faves. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are out here doing better than I am. So today I'm annoyed. I'm pissed, actually. I'm very pissed. Very, very annoyed. For one, the other day my car got broken into. Luckily they didn't take anything, but I had to have an extra bill to get my glass fixed. And on top of that, like, we had to get it readjusted at least 3 times, so I'm dealing with that. And then I come home today from the gym, I'm sweaty, my water isn't working. And then I try to log in for work today because I work from home, and my Wi-Fi isn't working. So in order for me to get up out of my mood and wallowing in my pain, I want to go ahead and do a fun video today talking about my top 10 problematic faves. So, starting off this list with my problematic faves, and the number one spot is a comedian known by the name of Cat Williams. Cat Williams is one of the best comedians out there ever made, but it's kind of sad because his career went down on the wayside because mainly due to him self-sabotaging himself. Like, every time that he was on a meteoric rise in his fame, he would do something to kind of put a halt to it. And I don't know if it's like mental issues or him not wanting to conform to the industry, but Cat Williams is one of the funniest comedians ever since Richard Pryor. Like, I think he is just absolutely immensely talented. Even like for a long time, he was on a long hiatus, but when he had that one radio interview and he went at it with the host Wanda, he went up in that whole entire radio show and just I think the show actually got canceled after that appearance because the hosts fell out with each other. But Cat Williams is an agent of chaos, but he is just absolutely hilarious, and I love him to this day. Like, I really wish he would get back on track, but who knows what is in store for his future. So number 2, I gotta give it to a YouTuber by the name of TashaK. TashaK is the one girl that came to YouTube, shook the table, threw the table over, and built her own. I gotta give it to her, even though she is very, very messy, immensely messy, always going for the jugular, always taking things further than they need to be. TashaK is just absolutely hilarious. She is the Wendy Williams of YouTube. She's always in some drama and some mess, but she has a very endearing personality and attitude about her. And I can tell she probably is a genuine human being outside of her YouTube persona. But TashaK is just, she's a clown and a half, but she is a good clown, a respectful clown. Like, I truly, truly look up to her, and I hope to have a platform as big as hers one day. So in the number 3 spot, somebody that is actually in litigation with TashaK is that of the rap princess Cardi B. Now, Cardi B is very problematic. I mainly started becoming a fan of her when she came onto the scene of Love and Hip Hop New York. Now, I will say the second season she was on Love and Hip Hop, she was starting to get on my nerves really bad. And it's a good thing that she got off of that show because I don't think her career would have elevated to the height that it is today. Now, Cardi B, she is very problematic. She says vulgar things. And the one thing that I don't like about her is that she is never held to task about anything she says or does. And I noticed that happening when she was on Love and Hip Hop. Because nobody ever really went at Cardi B like that. Like, it seemed like everybody was afraid to confront her on that show. And fast forward to this day, she still puts out amazing music. The one thing I love about her is that she's able to do so much while doing so little. Like, she sat out most of 2020 and then WAP came out, and that was a whole phenomenon in itself. And then she sat out the rest of the year, and then bam, the song Up came out, and that's like a little phenomenon in itself. It's like brewing a little bit. But overall, Cardi B, like, I love her. I think she's dope. Don't know if I consider her black. Let me know what you guys think. That's up for debate. Like, I don't even think she really considers herself black. The only person in her family that said that they were black was her little sister Hennessy. But that was only into, like, combat what Amarla Negra said about them in regards to how light-skinned Latinos are treated versus the dark-skinned Latinos. But let me know what y'all think. Is Cardi B black or not? Personally, I don't think so, but you let me know. In the number 4 spot, I gotta give it to my girl, Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan, I have followed her, not really from the beginning of her career, but like mainly when she started hosting the Trump pageants, which But Claudia Jordan, I've always followed all of her projects, mainly when she was on the Unstable podcast. I feel like that really revitalized her career and really took her to where she is today on Fox Soul. Loved her on The Housewives. She didn't come back on The Housewives because the Nene Leakes was hating, and Nene Leakes couldn't take the fact that Claudia Jordan roasted her so badly. But Claudia Jordan, I think she is a dope individual. She's problematic because she has been labeled a colorist. I don't think she's a colorist. Has she said colorist shit in the past? Yes, she has, but she has owned up to it and she has apologized for her faults. I really think that she is actually pro-black, in my opinion. I think she is just dope. She's talked to me multiple times throughout social media and on YouTube. Like, she'll get down and respond in the comments, y'all. Like, but honestly, I think she is a beautiful spirit, amazing soul, and I love the fact that I'm seeing her meteoric rise in her career. So moving on to number 5. Y'all may hate me for this one, but my problematic fave in number 5 is that of Paris Hilton. Now, Paris Hilton, I love her because me growing up, you know, being a little gay, playing with Barbie dolls, like, I am a Barbie fanatic. I even have a collection if you guys want me to do a video on that. But Paris Hilton was literally the real life version of Barbie. Like, that's really what she is. And she was just fun to follow and to watch. And even though she is peak white woman, both positive and negative qualities of white woman exist in Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton was the blueprint of the social media influencer that we see today. Like, Paris Hilton was that girl. And y'all can't even lie to yourself saying that you didn't watch her reality show back in the day and you didn't follow her, because everything about her was just sensationalized. She, in my opinion, was the third person in this world after Marilyn Monroe and Anna Nicole that was famous for being famous. And she's just entertaining to watch. And even watching her documentary on YouTube, like, even though she still is like the bratty person I thought she would be, like, I really just enjoyed watching her. She is an entertaining individual. And her fragrances are dope. Her men's fragrance is my signature fragrance, and I just love watching her. She's entertaining to me. So number 6 goes to a comedian by the name of Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is an amazing individual, amazing comedian. Even though his comedy today isn't really more so comedy, it's more like being woke and like speaking to like certain things that happen in the society. Dave Chappelle was amazing on the Chappelle Show, and the fact that he was able to walk away from that and then years later come back and still get way more money than he expected and staying true to himself is something that I completely respect. I think Dave Chappelle is very amazing. He caught a lot of flack for one of his last comedy stand-up, mainly from the LGBT community, talking about the LGBT on the bus. I thought that was actually pretty on point and accurate about the LGBT community. Now, don't get mad at me. Like, I am a gay man, but like, I gotta keep it real. Like, I feel like a lot of the gays are a little too sensitive. That's just my opinion. What he said was not anything offensive to me in that joke, and I will always be a supporter of Dave Chappelle and anything that he puts out. So going into number 7, y'all may really hate me for this one, but that's going to go to Iggy Azalea, aka Igloo Australia. Y'all, Iggy Azalea is problematic. I followed her from the very, very beginning. Back when Miss Gia was promoting her on her blog, Iggy Azalea I thought was just beautiful. Like, she had this model-esque body and that she could flow really well. Yes, I know that she is rapping in a black scent, and it's like, why are you doing that? And yes, I am annoyed. I really wasn't feeling her when she did that whole runaway slave master line. I'm like, girl, who told you to write that? Like, who wrote that for her, to be honest? And then at the time, she was being managed by T.I., so I'm just like, who in the world cleared her to say that? But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love her music. Her first album I can listen to from start to finish, and a lot of albums I'm not able to do that. Iggy Azalea's music is good, y'all. I think the only bad song she ever put out was that collaboration with Britney Spears called White Girls. Like, that song was absolute trash. But y'all, her music, even to this day, her latest album, like, I can listen to from start to finish. Like, her music is really, really good. Like, I can't ignore and pretend that I don't like something just because the masses and all of black society does not fuck with it. I really think that her music is good, whether or not she writes it or not. Like, the music is dope. Like, I hate to even admit it, but the music is dope. So creeping into number 8, her arch nemesis. This girl I like to call the modern day version of Kaya, and that is Azalea Banks.
That's some new titties, y'all.
Y'all, again, Azalea Banks, her music is absolutely amazing. Her music is ahead of its time. She can wrap circles around all the girls and guys today. Azalea Banks is immensely talented. She's smart as hell. She's creative, but it's that mouth. That mouth is what gets her in the way of her whole entire career succeeding. Her mouth, though, got her in so much trouble that she went literally from sitting front row at Fashion Week next to Anna Wintour to filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, or I think her house is getting foreclosed or something. But all that aside, I think Azalea Banks is ahead of her time in terms of her music and her level of thinking. She is crazy though. I'm not even going to sit there and act like the shit that she does is like not uncouth or out of the ordinary. But overall, I'm able to look past all that and see that she is a great artist. So moving into the number 9 spot, this man is a hostile queen, and that is Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Y'all, 50 Cent is an asshole. He's a bully. He's a piece of shit. He's a terrible father. But I like him. I think 50 Cent is amazing. I like everything that he has produced and put out. I love G-Unit. I love Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks. I love The Game's fine ass. I love everything that has been in 50 Cent's vicinity. I love Power. I'm a big fan of Power. I love anything that he puts out. Like, the music is great. The clothes were great back in the day. Not today. But I think 50 Cent is just a smart individual. He's brilliant. I personally believe that his bullying ways on social media is just a way for him to generate likes, clicks, and views because it gives people attention. And also with the fact that, like, nobody ever holds him to task about anything. Like, I can see why he got shot 9 times. The dude is a pure bleached asshole. Like, that's what 50 Cent is, but it works for his brand. And I think he's just absolutely brilliant. Like, I can't even be mad at somebody that's their authentic self. But I honestly think in real life, like, if you were to meet him, he would be, like, just very nice and humble and sweet. Like, kind of gives me, like, a little bit of a teddy bear energy. But yeah, 50 Cent's petty pussy ass, like, I love him to death. So, number 10. Y'all are really gonna be mad at me, but number 10 goes to that of Kim Kardashian. Now, y'all, I understand that Kim Kardashian is very problematic. I don't like the fact that she takes from the black woman aesthetic. I don't like the fact, I really wasn't fucking with her when she did that photo shoot looking like a cross between Beyonce and Diana Ross. I'm really not liking the fact that her and her sisters use black culture and try to paint it off and not even correct the media when they know that they didn't come up with what they put out. And I don't like the fact that her and her sisters steal from younger, more talented black artists as well. But at the same time, Kim Kardashian has a very endearing, engaging personality. I mainly like her for the fact that, 1, she's the middle child, and I can relate. I'm the middle child. And for 2, I can also relate to her the fact that I love, like, fashion and beauty. And that's what she gives. Like, I love her mainly for fashion and beauty purposes. Her best look, in my opinion, that really shut shit down and it went under the radar was during the 2019 Met Gala when she was wearing, like, this flesh tone dress. It was, like, fit to her body to perfection in a corset, and it had like a bunch of water drops to have like a little bit of a drip effect going on, and she had like the wet makeup and the wet hair. She looked absolutely amazing, and a lot of people wrote it off because like, oh, you just wearing a bodycon dress again. She looked dope as fuck, y'all. Like, go look up that picture of her at the Met Gala because I was like jaw-dropping beautiful. Like, y'all, I can't sit there and lie and say that I don't like Kim Kardashian because I do. And a lot of y'all, even though you don't like her, she's on your mind. I'm pretty sure all of y'all follow her. Y'all watch her shitty reality show. And then y'all also click on any video or any type of subject that involves her because people are waiting to see her downfall. But I mean, to be honest, like, the downfall ain't coming. Like, she's pretty solidified in this game at this point. And she is the ultimate influencer. Like I said, that Paris Hilton was a blueprint. Well, Kim Kardashian is a living manifestation of what Paris Hilton set out to be in the future. Kim Kardashian is problematic as all hell, but I can't sit there and say that I don't like her because I do. So those are my top 10 problematic faves. I would actually like to know your problematic faves. So get down in the comment section and let's have a little debate. Like, this is supposed to be fun and I want to hear what you guys think. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to come at you guys with some more content. So stay tuned.